This afternoon, we welcome Alicia Boyd to speak to us. Alicia completed her secondary education at Emmanuel College, graduating as a Year 12 Dux of the college in 1996. Alicia attended the University of Melbourne, where she studied physiotherapy, and once qualified, practiced physiotherapy at St Vincent's Hospital in Melbourne. Upon returning to Warrnambool, she commenced work at St John of God Hospital and was integral in the development of the services from sole contracted physiotherapist to the large multidisciplinary department it is today. As a senior clinician and qualified lymphedema therapist, her work is now closely linked to the South West Regional Cancer Centre. So I would ask Alicia to come forward as we welcome her. Thanks, Alicia.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak today during this, the first school assembly of the year. As part of the graduating class of 1996, I was a member of the first year level of students to have completed their entire secondary education at Emmanuel. At the time, we were not fully aware of the significance of this, as we didn't know anything else. With time and perspective, however, it is with pride that I reflect that I was a part of that piece of Emmanuel's history, a history that even today is carried forward and honoured. By way of background, I went to primary school at Grasmere Primary School and was one of only 2 students from Grasmere to come to Emmanuel for secondary education. I followed the path of my parents, my grandparents and my great-grandparents. And now I'm excited to watch my oldest son, Ethan, commence his secondary education here this year. Walking around Emmanuel as part of Ethan's orientation process, my husband and I were very impressed to see by how much school has grown in the 20 years since we were here. The facilities, options and opportunities are amazing, and with the vision for future growth, these will only continue to increase. Having gathered for our 20-year reunion last November, this opinion was shared by our former classmates, whilst we enjoyed reminiscing about our time at Emmanuel, which didn't seem so long ago. I've always had a love of learning. I enjoyed school and the opportunities that were offered. I was keen to participate in many of the extracurricular activities, especially those that related to my sport of choice, running, and the various leadership roles that I held. My love of learning continues with various courses, conferences, and the development of new skills. I feel that I was lucky to have identified an area of professional interest at a young age. When asked as a child what I wanted to be when I grew up, I had always replied something in health. I wanted to make people better. I didn't want to be a doctor or a nurse, but they were the only professions I knew. During late primary school, the TAC ran an advertising campaign regarding the importance of wearing seatbelts. At the end of the ad is a scene from a rehabilitation unit, which we'll play for you now.
Just do that right knee. Okay. 1, 2, stand up. That's it. Bring the arms forward. Now just take slow, deep breaths. Hold on. There we go. Bend your knee. Hold on, Katie. Bend your knee. Let yourself down slowly. Okay. Tomorrow it'll be fine. It'll be easier each day. I'm just so sick of this.
When I saw that ad, I knew that was what I wanted to do. Help people to recover from injury. Now I had a name for the job I wanted to do when I grew up. I wanted to be a physiotherapist. I believe this helped me at school, having a goal I could work towards and focus on, a goal that directed my subject choices, my work experience placements, and finally, my university preferences. Whether it is related to study, sport, or other areas of my life, I value goal setting as a strategy to help me get to where I want to be. It is also something that I use regularly with my patients in my role as a physiotherapist, setting a goal and then breaking it down into steps and guiding them to achieve it. With the support of my family and the staff at Emmanuel, I was successful in receiving a first-round offer to my first preference, the University of Melbourne, to study a Bachelor of Physiotherapy. Moving to Melbourne, I was well equipped for the transition from supported secondary education to the more independent university teaching. Many of the teachers who helped me achieve my goal of studying to be a physiotherapist are here today and prepared to help you to achieve your goals. The Catholic values of Emmanuel College are important to me and fit well with the career in the health sector. Being a health professional is an incredibly rewarding job. To be trusted by someone when they are vulnerable through injury or illness and to help them achieve their goals is an amazing privilege. To share in their fear and hope and to be a positive influence that helps contribute to their recovery is something that I am truly grateful for. Many of my health professional friends and colleagues have worked around the world with their Australian university qualifications, with sporting organisations, in private practice, hospitals and health administration. I can highly recommend the health field as a wonderful career path with its many and varied professions, opportunities and rewards. Who in 2012, at the age of 14, survived an assassination attempt by the Taliban. She was targeted because she had been actively campaigning the importance of education. The contrast of what she endured for the opportunity to be educated and the freedom and opportunity you have couldn't be further apart. I use Malala's story to highlight your own responsibility to maximise your potential. You have the privilege of freedom to access education in a school with staff and facilities to assist you in every possible way. I came across a story on the internet that explains the privilege of education in another way. Imagine you are sitting in a classroom with a rolled up ball of paper and all you have to do is throw that ball into the rubbish bin to achieve your goals. Those in the front row have a definite advantage over the rest of the class. As students, you need to be aware of this privilege and use your education to try to achieve great things. You also have a responsibility to advocate for those less fortunate than you, those in the rows behind. In my opinion, you, as students of Emmanuel, are in the front row, and all you have to do is throw the paper in the bin. All you have to do is focus on your goals and try. I wish you all the very best for your studies. May you maximise the opportunities that you are given. May you dream big, keep your goals in focus, and remember, as a student at Emmanuel College, anything is achievable. Thank you.